You must be joking, sir. Why am I not allowed to invite my own parents to my wedding? Mom and Dad have been looking forward to this their entire lives, and their energy during the past few weeks have frankly been phenomenal. You can't just rob them of what they've been waiting for. It would be quite an inconvenience for us if we're told not to come.
I agree.
Listen carefully, Mr. Lawrence. If you're going to invite your parents to the wedding, I cannot allow you the hand of my daughter. Hi, I'm Lawrence. Just the other day, my lovely girlfriend Olivia gracefully accepted my proposal of marriage, and now we're trying to find a date for the wedding. Olivia has a bit of a rough personality, but she's overall a very bright, very honest woman, and I love her very dearly. I believe with all my heart that my marriage with her will be incredible.
Mom's been gone for a while now, and Dad's the only family I have left, you see.
Ah, I see. Single father, single daughter situation, I guess. And that must mean he treasures you so much.
I mean, kinda, yeah. But you're getting showered with love from your parents too, right, Lawrence? The other day when we went to deliver them the good news, they were so happy they'd actually hugged you and I. I gotta say, that was unexpected.
Well, I guess I am a bit spoiled. What was even more unexpected was the fact that I almost broke a few ribs because of Mom's death grip of a hug. Oh, Olivia, darling, you're home. Hold up, you must be... No, it's you. To my great surprise, Olivia's father was none other than the general manager of one of our business partners. Oh, yes, before I forget, I work in an office for a large domestic food manufacturing enterprise. And Olivia's father, or in other words, my father-in-law, Mr. Clementine, works for the management department of a foreign-affiliated restaurant chain. The very same chain famous for its delicious, authentic hamburgers. The one, the only too popular McWendy's.
Hang on a sec. You two know each other?
We do, dear. Mr. Lawrence and I collaborated on some work a couple weeks ago, you see. Yep, our business idea established a combo product with McWendy's. And as far as I know, it's a huge hit. And a huge hit it is indeed. The idea of a Mexico-style tortilla hamburger was intriguing. And people love a little too much, I must say. Oh, thank you, sir. I could only see a good future with tortillas, for some strange reason. And I suppose it worked. Tortillas have a good future, do they? Well then, duly noted. Maybe we could have an entirely separate menu, exclusively for Mexicans. Sir, I must advise you to watch where you're going with this. But in any case, you're the reason why our idea is doing so well, Mr. Clementine.
Well, if you two know each other already, then there's no need for formal introductions, I guess.
Do come in, I suppose. Who knew Olivia's father was really the general manager of our business partner? Surprising? Sure. Coincidence? For damn sure. Happy coincidence? Oh, hell yeah. In the best of ways. What a day. I never would have imagined in a million years that you were actually Olivia's father, Mr. Clementine. It's a small world after all. By the way, what does your father do for a living, Mr. Lawrence? Considering how his son turned out, I predicted something admirable. He's an ordinary officeman, actually. What? Even at his, ripe age? Well, it's nothing short of ordinary, I agree. An ordinary officeman. Hang on! Did I just detect a brief moment of silence that made it seem like time had stopped? Or am I just imagining things? I want to go back in time to check. Alright, expecto rewindo. Who am I kidding here? I see. An ordinary officeman. The most ordinary of ordinary. The very picture of ordinary. Sir, you sound like a Pokemon that won't stop saying ordinary.
Oh, come on now, Dad. We don't need to talk about that kind of nonsense right now.
Ah, yes, I agree. For real, for real. I'm sorry. Mr. Lawrence, I'll have you know that I will personally support your life together with my daughter after the wedding. You need not worry about a thing. What? But I couldn't ask that of you. You mustn't hold back, my boy. It's heartbreaking as a father to see his own child live a poor life after marrying the person they love, you see. Your parents may, have some difficulty supporting you, but you need not fret. You have me now. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. Damn, talk about a generous fellow. He's even willing to financially help us out with our married life together. I mean, that's McWendy's for you. But something's not right here. Something was bothering a little bit about Mr. Clementine. But I managed to keep it to myself until the meeting was adjourned, so to speak. Whoa, I'm becoming too much of a working man. Later, so that my parents could meet Mr. Clementine in person, I called my parents at their home. Hello? Dad? I finished my visit to Olivia's father, and he's given me his blessing.
Oh, that's good, son. That's very good. Oh, I think I'm gonna cry, my boy.
Bro, now's not the time to cry. So, now we're arranging for you and Mom to meet Mr. Clementine.
I can open up a day anytime, so just let me know once you decided when you think it's best.
Thanks, Dad. Send my love to Mom, and tell her about meeting Olivia's father, alright? And then, the day of our parents' meeting finally arrived.
Oh, you must be Mr. Clementine. Charmed, sir. And, thank you for taking care of our son.
Dad, you're way too over the moon right now.
It's a pleasure, Mr. Hook. Mrs. Hook, I'm Flavius Clementine, Olivia's father, and my job is general manager of McWendy's Burgers. I say, that's quite something to be proud of. At this age, it's only natural, my good man. And how about you, Mr. Hook? I must say I'm not as prestigious as thee, Mr. Clementine. I merely work an ordinary office job at a subcontractor company, and I have been working this job for 32 years. But I'm thinking about retiring early since Lawrence here's fled the nest, and I'd like to spend more time at home with my wife.
Huh? Did he just laugh in Dad's face?
Well, I suppose an extremely ordinary peaceful job in life is best for anyone.
Oh, work's calling me. I must go answer. Please excuse me a moment.
If I may, Mr. Clementine, your daughter is quite the beauty. It's almost a shame for her to be wasted on someone like Lawrence here. I couldn't agree more. Why should I hand her over to a man raised by this couple of sleazebags?
Wait, huh?
Mr. Hook, at your ripe age, you're still working as an ordinary officeman? Not to mention you work for a subcontractor company. People in poverty, such as yourselves, are frankly the kind of folk I don't want to interact with. I'll be frank.
Well, why would you say something like that, Mr. Clementine?
Oh, how embarrassing. I agree with you completely, sir.
Dad, don't go about feeling ashamed of yourself. How about you say something, Mom?
It's all right, Lawrence, honey.
Come on, Mom. How are you smiling in this?
Let me smile is free to everyone is why.
Yeah, that's true. When it's the manager of McWendy's. Whoa, hold on a damn second.
How pathetic. Exactly the kind of poverty people talk I was expecting to come from the likes of you.
But that's still not a reason to be so forthright.
What's this? Do you not have anything to say for yourself, Mr. Hook? Well, it can't be helped, I suppose, seeing how I hit the bullseye here.
No, sir, you have not.
Come now, my boy. This is a special occasion. We mustn't get too ahead of ourselves. At least you do seem to know your place here. Like I said, people of our status don't wish to be in the same room as folks from the bottom of the pyramid like you, much less talk to them. That being said, I personally strongly request that you two don't attend the wedding.
You must be joking, sir. Why am I not allowed to invite my own parents to my wedding? Mom and Dad have been looking forward to this their entire lives, and their energy during the past few weeks have frankly been phenomenal. You can't just rob them of what they've been waiting for.
It would be quite an inconvenience for us if we're told not to come.
I agree.
Listen carefully, Mr. Lawrence. If you're going to invite your parents to the wedding, I cannot allow you the hand of my daughter. Are you sure you'd like that?
But sir, all things considered, this really is going too far.
We understand, sir. As you wish, we will not be attending the wedding. You will allow our loving boy Lawrence to marry your beautiful daughter Olivia, I presume?
But, Dad...
I frankly didn't expect you to give up your own son's wedding so quickly. Perhaps it is true. Love only resides where there is also money.
You're the one who personally requested this. What has this meeting become, god damn it? Man, what a day!
In any case, it's an occasion you really shouldn't attend for real. Compared to our large family, your image of poverty will only be so apparent, it'll be a most uncomfortable experience for you. I'm requesting you not attend for your own good, you see. I admit you're appreciable folk despite your poverty, but it could only get nasty on the big day.
Why must you insult them so much, Mr. Clementine?
Thank you all for your patience. I'm sorry they said it was urgent, which it wasn't at all.
Olivia dear, Mr. Hook has just informed me that he and his wife won't be attending your wedding with Mr. Lawrence.
Excuse me?
He seems to be too busy to be able to, and Mrs. Hook has an important matter to settle with her family. In a nutshell, they really can't spare some time to see you to wed their own son. Perhaps this is what's called poor restlessness? If it is, I really don't understand how you can live like this, Mr. Hook.
Is that so?
Oh yes. Didn't you also say a wedding present would only be wasteful? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Folks in poverty must live by different laws than we do up here.
But Dad never breathed a word about how a wedding present is wasteful. What does this guy think he's doing? But if I fight back here, the relationship between my family and Olivia's will definitely be splintered, and that's the last thing I want. Damn it! I don't know what I'm supposed to do! The meeting ended with a 20% happiness rate. Everyone except Mr. Clementine was donning a large frown, and the atmosphere was so cold, I swear I could see my breath.
Does your father not like me, Lawrence? Have I done something wrong?
No, Olivia, perish a thought. Why in the world would you think that? There's a legitimate reason why he can't attend a wedding, and that's because, how should I say this?
It's all right, honey. You don't have to console me so much. I guess there's something about me that Mr. Hook disapproves.
Olivia, listen. I swear on my life and career, that's not it at all. It's just extremely complicated. How can I say this without ruining everything?
I'll be relaxing in my room, okay?
Mr. Clementine, why must you insult my father so much? Look at what you've done in the process. You've hurt your own daughter, Olivia. Now she's completely convinced my father either doesn't particularly like her, or that something about her makes him disapprove of her as her daughter-in-law. At this rate, the married life I was looking forward to was going to have the worst beginning possible. Assuming this didn't actually ruin my relationship with Olivia, I just have to contact Mom. Hello, Mom. How you doing?
Of course I am, Lawrence dear. I hit the gym this morning and I gotta say, those dumbbells are really working wonders to my arms and shoulders.
That's not what I meant, Mom. Damn, you really live by the never let them know your next move philosophy of life, don't you? What exactly are you aiming for? Going to the gym practically every day.
Mommy's gonna work hard to become a professional bodybuilder now, you know? Next time you see me, I'm gonna be bigger than you and your father combined.
Frickin' amazing ambition! At your age, no less. Make way for the great Annie Hook Schwarzenegger, the roughest, toughest mother known to mankind.
What's up, dear? Why'd you call me?
Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot why I called because of this sparkling conversation about muscle training. I have something to talk to you about.
Is it about abs, or is it perhaps about quads? When it comes to hoes two places, you can't really find anything better than I.
I'm not here to talk about muscles, Mom. The other day, when you guys met Mr. Clementine, why did you stay quiet even though he was insulting the both of you in your face?
Yeah, about that. I have to admit my inner heart pectoralis muscles were going pretty crazy for real.
And then, Mom went on to tell me a certain truth that would completely change my understanding of the situation. I later told Olivia everything there was to know from what Mom told me, to what exactly had happened on the day our parents met. And then, I went on to tell her what was going to happen in the near future, and she gracefully gave a thumbs up. Mr. Clementine had done the inexcusable, and we weren't going to let it go by without exacting vengeance. Troublebusters, initiate! Hello, Mr. Clementine. This is Lawrence Hook speaking. You know, the little prick who's going to marry your lovely daughter.
How could I forget you, my boy? What can I do for you?
I'd very much like to invite my parents to my own wedding. I come to you on my knees and plead to make it happen.
I refuse. It'll only bring shame and embarrassment to our family if such lowlives show up to this momentous occasion. I absolutely forbid it!
As we predicted, Mr. Clementine adamantly withheld permission to invite my parents to my wedding. What really pissed me off is the fact that we weren't really poor at all. We always had more than enough to live a nice, quiet life on the outskirts of the city. The wedding was then arranged without the attendance of the newlywed groom's parents. Time went by, and the big day was upon us.
Who the hell would call me at this ungodly time? What the hell? Hello? Yes? What? You can't be serious. Now hold on just a minute, please. I'm so sorry, Olivia, but something terrible's happening.
Dad, not at this time to celebrate. What's going on?
Just now, I was fired from my job. But why? What have I done to deserve this? Who calls someone on their own daughter's wedding day to fire them?
Dad, come on, we're right in the middle of the reception. I won't have you screaming your lungs out on this special occasion.
But, Olivia, I've been fired, sacked, cut loose, dismissed, canned. When does this ever happen? Oh, these days, having a job 1 minute and without one the next.
And how do you think this impossible situation came about in the first place, Mr. Clementine? I do believe there are a few things that must have something to do with what happened.
What the hell? This isn't some matter where you can put in your own mediocre suggestions, boy.
Perhaps your everyday actions have brought about your immediate dismissal from your job. Maybe you should consider that.
Well, why do you know of anything, you little punk? Any child of a crackhead subcontractor officeman living in poverty and misery can shut the hell up.
So you finally show your true colors in front of your beloved Olivia now. I applaud you, sir, truly. Do you really think a company would want to keep a person who openly ridicules others as something they aren't on board their enterprise?
That has nothing to do with what's going on at my job, damn it!
Even in the scenario where my own father is a huge stockholder of your little enterprise?
What?
I don't really understand what's tripping you up here. My father literally is among the select few individuals who have made a huge investment in McWendy's, you see. During the general meeting of the company's shareholders, held just the other day, he apparently saw you at the right hand of the CEO himself. Did you not notice him yourself?
Wait. A large shareholder? An individual like him? But that just can't be.
I hear that McWendy's now is making efforts to attempt to lengthen the service of its employees for its own benefit. And yet, regardless, there are a lot of higher-ranked employees that are losing their jobs recently.
But that has nothing to do with me. Perhaps those particular people never took their jobs seriously, slacked off, and ultimately paid the price of such selfish actions.
Is that really the case, though? At the end of the general meeting of company shareholders, my father personally demanded the company give full disclosure as to why exactly there are so many people leaving the enterprise. He even went so far as to suggest firing whoever was responsible for it, if the matter was quite substantial.
But why? Such drastic measures. I don't know anything, I say. All I was ever doing was helping folks out with their work.
The truth of your reputations worked its way up the chain of command, Mr. Clementine, and this is its culmination. Seems like you're responsible for harassment of all kinds across the board. Power harassment, sexual harassment, moral harassment, alcohol harassment. Frankly, the list of your sins goes on and on and on. Looks like you find yourself on the other side of the smile set. In deep disgrace for what you did to good people. Your existence in the company's been determined to be the sole cause of the large number of employees quitting their jobs. Now, do you realize why you've been fired? Ranked officers in these foreign affiliate companies are truly astounding in these domains. They're very hardworking, and their performance leads them to greatness and better salaries, but that's at the cost of their own humanity. And once it's discovered that this inhumanity has been causing problems around the company, they're immediately sacked and dumped on the street. In your case, all it took was a single phone call for you to lose your job.
But please, I beg you, I apologize to you deeply. Honest to goodness, just please convince him to give me my job back.
What are you on about? It's not me that you should apologize to, you see. Isn't that right, Dad?
Oh no, I'm so terribly sorry for my behavior. Please forgive me. You think you can fix everything with a single apology? It's too late, I'm afraid, Mr. Clementine. You're nothing but an ulcer to your company. The same company I've invested in along with more than 300 other people. It's your responsibility that you got fired, and yours alone. But you realize Olivia won't have anyone to support her with her own father out of a job. I cannot allow my own daughter live in misery. You understand, don't you?
Actually, Lawrence told me everything that's been going on a while back. And that's why I've known this would happen. And that's why I personally approved it. For real, you're such a scumbag, Dad.
Olivia, darling, please help me. Dad needs you now more than ever.
Don't you go thinking everything will be alright if you only kind to me, eh? Can't respect you anymore, Dad, now that I know that you're someone who always puts himself before others and never respects them either.
Please don't say such things. Have you forgotten that I've taken such good care of you all these years? As your loving dad?
I'm so sorry, Dad. I'm really grateful you raised me as you have, and I'll always be indebted to you. But regarding this particular matter, I can't forgive you no matter how much I try. You caused so much trouble and you hurt Lawrence's parents, along with so many good innocent people who've worked for your company. And the last straw is that you tried to lie your way out of it. I demand that you get out of here right now!
Honey, no.
In the event something happens, my father, not Olivia's, will provide the support we will need. So, you need not worry about your daughter, Clementine. She's in good hands.
I actually just recently launched a new company of my own, and thanks to my loyal colleagues and employees, the business is doing pretty well for itself. What? You piece of... you, Mr. Hook, sir. A CEO. Lawrence, my boy, I've been keeping the truth undercover for some time, but it's time you know. Not too long ago, I actually became a CEO.
Oh, really? Wait, really?
Our group has just recently launched a new subsidiary company, and they personally requested that I become its chief executive officer, you see.
What? Then why did you lie? You told Clementine that you were nothing but an ordinary officeman for a subcontractor company. You should have told him the truth. You should have told me the truth.
If you found out that your father had suddenly become the CEO of some company, you would go ballistic and start boasting a little bit now, wouldn't you?
What the heck? Guard your heart above all else, for it is a source of life. There are many words, sin is unavoidable, but the one who controls his lips is prudent. Bruh, I'm singing Bible verses now.
We told you so.
Oh, sorry. You know me better than I do.
I just wanted you to live your life the way you've always lived it, Lawrence. That's why I was hiding my true nature, so to speak. Can you forgive me, my boy?
For sure. But why now of all times?
Lest you forget, I was directly insulted at by Miss Olivia's own father. In that scenario, even one with a heart of iron can't help but retaliate with the truth. Wouldn't you agree?
He called us folk in poverty. People at the bottom of the pyramid, when he had absolutely no idea. You have no idea how much my muscles were screaming to punch him right in his fat, ugly face. Forgive me, Olivia.
I can literally see the fire in your fighting spirit. What a goddamn fire!
I think I'm gonna give him that knuckle sandwich as soon as he shows his face to me again.
That'll actually break his ribs. No, I suggest you not do that, Mom.
In any case, you can leave things to me, Lawrence. If something serious comes your way, your old man's always here to offer his help. The money that you offered the newlyweds as financial support, I will provide, Clementine.
And with that, you now find yourself without a job. All I can say to you now, Flavius Clementine, is good luck and goodbye.
Dad, I hope to repent well.
My father-in-law lost his job, and his life thereafter is apparently pretty hard.
I'm begging you. You're looking for some new rookies to work for your company, right? How about you hire me, this elite businessman who used to hold the position of head manager of McWendy's? I'm sorry, buddy, but we don't hire people like you in our company. Our workplace motto is, all good things come to those who make a workplace comfortable. Please! We're relatives, aren't we? I'm going to cut our relations forever, Flavius. And there's nothing you can do that'll stop me. I don't want to be related to anyone the likes of you.
All of his relatives who'd attended the wedding saw the whole thing with Flavius Clementine unfold before their very eyes. His true colors were revealed to them, and as a result, every single one of his relatives apparently cut their relations with him. He's now completely isolated, and coupled with the fact that he was fired at probably the most inconvenient time of his life, finding another job would be pretty difficult to say the least. Nowadays, he's living a poor life alone somewhere in the city. I wonder if he went a little too far with our vengeance.
It's fine, Lawrence. Some people need to experience at least some suffering in order to realize that they were at fault. I know my father could never be convinced to see he was in the wrong, so this is probably the best, if not the only alternative.
You really can't discriminate against people based on their mere social rank and salary, huh?
No, you can't. If he convinces me that he's repented his actions enough, I'll forgive him someday.
I guess that's fair. In the event that happens, and he really regrets what he did to so many people, I think I'll be ready to forgive him too.
Hey, maybe a good thing would be to at least let him see his grandchild if he really understands his mistakes and promises to never humiliate himself or his family ever again.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Wait, hold on! A grandchild? You don't mean...
My, you got a sharp mind, Mr. Lawrence.
A short while after we started our married life together, we discovered that Olivia was pregnant. You did it, Olivia! But, oh shoot, I forgot your mother's at peace right now. You can't even go back to your home to give anyone the news.
Yeah.
Listen, Olivia, if you're okay with it, I'm sure my parents would love for you to come live with us in our own home. What do you say? It doesn't have to be so long. It can be something like until we get the hang of taking care of a child, with both of us working and all.
Your parents really won't mind? Won't we be a bit of a bother to them?
They'll be overjoyed, honey. I know they will. Especially Mom. And she can be a big help raising our baby.
Well then, if you insist, I'd love to.
And that's how Olivia and I started living with my parents.
Olivia, dear, you can always count on me for anything and everything, okay? I will not allow you to hold back, and I'll do my best to become the greatest mother-in-law in the world. Thank you so much, Mrs. Hook. Oh, that's right. I have the perfect exercise regimen for pregnant girls. You're gonna become my personal Padawan, Olivia. Let's work out well and prepare for childbirth together, all right? Oh, dear, you're so sprightly, Mrs. Hook. I really can't fall behind now, can I? Teach me the ways of the muscular force, oh master.
By the way, Dad, what was your company's domain? Was it computer software? Food? Fashion? Bubblegum?
We sell protein powder and gym products, my boy. We're huge among workout enthusiasts around the country. And that's why business is going pretty well these days. And only God knows why, but your mother also got pretty hooked too.
You can never fully trust a human being, but you can always trust your own muscles to do the right thing for you. I hope the child in my belly will grow up to be someone as energetic and charismatic as you, Mrs. Hook. You need not worry, my dear. I'm gonna train that proud baby of yours when they're old enough to hold a dumbbell. I gotta think of a good training program right now, actually. This'll be new. I've never trained an actual child before. Thank goodness for that. You really do have a supernatural being resting inside that passionate heart of yours.
Hell yeah! And we also gotta make sure the baby gets a buff heart. Whoops, I mean a bright heart. Kindness and compassion are pretty key in this world, I must say.
Yeah, just like you guys. This particular incident has caused me to deepen my respect for my parents. For Dad, I respect his relentless, hardworking spirit and his capability of keeping humility without arrogance. For Mom, her compassionate spirit, ever calm and tranquil, even in the most unfair of circumstances. And of course, those muscles of hers. I never realized I still have so much to learn from my parents. And living with them will give me a great opportunity to become a better person and a better parent. I only hope I can become a parent that will be respected by his own children. And I'll do what I can to achieve this dream. Once the baby inside Olivia comes into this world with a sprightly cry, I plan to teach to them what my own parents have taught me. I have no doubt our lives as a family of 5 will be ever better than I ever imagined. Trouble Busters!
Did you just insinuate that I'm poor? Well, yes, because what you're wearing is pretty shabby. You don't look like the type of person that would dine at a restaurant like this. My name is Alan, and I own a cattle farm. I raise high-quality cattle and sell the meat to high-end luxury restaurants. This may sound like a lucrative business, but in reality, it's not. I invest a lot of money in raising my cattle, which is very costly, and so my profits are not that high. Thank you for everything, and goodbye. I feel very upset every time I have to part with the cattle that I raise, but it's part of the job, so I have to deal with it. I don't want to raise my cattle in bad condition, so I spend money to make sure that they are raised in a comfortable environment. Because my business is about raising animals, I don't think too much about making money off of them. That's why I live a frugal life. Some people may look down on me because I'm not wealthy, but I love my job and I'm proud of the way that I live my life. Hi, Sarah!
I found this amazing restaurant that I want to try out. Will you come out to dinner with me?
Of course, I'd love to!
Great, I'm looking forward to it.
Sarah is a successful CEO of a food wholesale company, and her company buys my beef. She is a gourmet and loves to try out new restaurants. And she asks me out to dinner frequently. What kind of a restaurant are you taking me to today? I can't wait!
I'm sure that you'll love it.
I feel bad that you take me out to all these nice places. How can I repay you?
I really enjoy your company, so it's really no problem for me.
I guess it's hard for you to ask me to pay for dinner since I don't make much money.
Well, that's not the reason why I ask you out so often. Hint, hint. We're here.
This place is so fancy. I've never dined at a place like this.
I suppose it is. Isn't it fun to try new places out?
I should have dressed up more.
Don't worry about it. This place doesn't have a dress code.
Aren't I going to be out of place with my ugly striped top? I hope they don't kick me out.
You look fine. Now let's go.
I was nervous about going inside this nice restaurant looking the way that I did.
You see, there's lots of people eating here wearing casual clothes.
You're right. Whew. What everyone else is wearing may be casual, but their clothes are designer labels. That guy over there is wearing a t-shirt from Gucci.
You worry too much. Let's get seated.
Hello, welcome to our restaurant. Did that waiter just laugh at what I'm wearing, or was I being paranoid? Our menus are quite expensive, so please make sure you check the prices before making your order. We wouldn't want you to run out of money. Okay, thanks for the advice.
We'll take 2 of the beef course, thank you.
For some reason, the waiter completely ignored Sarah's order. What was wrong with our waiter? Here are your aperitifs. I noticed that our waiter wasn't very careful when he poured us our drinks. Was he doing it on purpose? I couldn't tell. These are the appetizers. Here you go. Our waiter wasn't the kind of person I expected to be working at a fancy restaurant like this.
I don't like our waiter's attitude. He's being kind of rude to us, don't you think?
I agree, but let's not let that ruin our meal.
You're right. Let's enjoy our time together.
Food looks great.
It really does, and it tastes delicious too.
Yes, I love how they season the beef.
I love watching you eat. It makes me so happy.
Oh, does it? I'm glad. Sarah, you should try this dish before it becomes cold.
Oh yes, I was too busy watching you eat. It's cute that you have some sauce on your face.
Oh, I'm such a slob. How embarrassing.
Oh, and you dropped your knife onto the table. You make me smile.
Please don't tease me. You're making me blush.
How's work for you these days?
Things are going well. The work is hard, but it's very fulfilling. I usually work all day long, so eating out like this is like a vacation for me.
I think it's great that you're so passionate about what you do.
Well, thank you for supporting me all this time.
Alan doesn't seem to realize that I'm totally in love with him. I've been dropping hints the entire time.
Are you almost finished eating? Huh? Is there a time limit to how much we can stay here?
Well, we're having a nice chat over wine right now.
How about you stop wasting your time and propose to your girlfriend? Me propose? We're not dating.
What?
Why did you assume that I was going to propose? We're simply here to enjoy the food here.
Oh.
Don't be stupid! A person like you wouldn't reserve this restaurant if it weren't for something important like proposing to their girlfriend, right? Did you just insinuate that I'm poor? Well, yes, because what you're wearing is pretty shabby. You don't look like the type of person that would dine at a restaurant like this.
You're being very rude to my friend.
I know that I'm not dressed up, but I didn't know that I was coming here tonight. Are you saying that my clothes make me look poor? Well, if you intend on proposing, you should have worn something nicer. But I guess you don't have the money to buy nice clothes. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way about me. You got it all wrong because this isn't a date and I'm not going to propose. I overheard you earlier and it seems like your work is manual labor. Do you work day labor jobs?
Actually, my friend works as a...
There's no need for you to defend me. He's absolutely right. My work is manual labor. I kinda got that from what you wear. You totally look like the type to do manual labor. The restaurant is out of your reach, but you reserved it because this is a special occasion for you. Does that sound about right? Propose now and get going before your girlfriend spends any more of your money. Come on, go on. We're all waiting. Please stop. You're not listening. I'm not here to propose. Propose! Propose! Stop it! Propose! Propose! Jeez, what the hell is wrong with this waiter? What's the matter? Are you embarrassed to flash the cheap engagement ring that you bought for your girlfriend in front of the other customers? How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not here to propose. I'm just here to enjoy a meal with my friend. Look, you don't have to pretend that this isn't a big deal for you. Don't worry about me. Do your thing and go on home. I don't really care what you came here for. It's just that I'd like to seat a new customer at this table, that's all. If you're not going to propose, please leave. I'm sure that our next customer will spend more money here than you ever could. But we're still drinking our wine. You can't kick us out.
I agree, it's not good to let this wine go to waste.
We'll be on our way as soon as we finish drinking this wine. Now, will you leave us alone?
Yes, please do. We came here to enjoy our meal. Please don't bother us anymore. Don't ruin my time here with Alan.
Dude, you just spilled our wine. How could you? What is wrong with you? Look, your wine's gone now, so you can leave now. You're the one that spilled our wine on purpose. Shouldn't you bring over a new glass of wine as an apology? What if I say no? I can show you to the exit. It was nice serving you. Sarah, let's get out of here. I've had enough.
Yes, let's go.
I'm sorry about that. Had I dressed up more, that waiter wouldn't have picked on us. Must have been embarrassing for you.
Please don't apologize. This wasn't your fault. I don't think that it was our outfits that set off that waiter. He's just not nice, that's all. I should have accessorized more so that he would have treated us with more respect.
I think you look great already. No need to accessorize. This is totally my fault. Should have never worn this top. I'm so sorry.
You like the way I look? That makes me so happy.
Well, it's the truth. I love what you're wearing.
Oh, you liked my clothes. I see.
I'm sorry if I ruined your night.
Alan, please stop apologizing. I was the one that picked out this restaurant.
I regretted not dressing up for my dinner with Sarah, but it wasn't really my fault. That waiter was taking it out on me for no good reason. Hello, Sarah? Okay. See you soon. Sarah asked me to come and see her again. We'd only said goodbye after dinner an hour ago. I didn't know what she had planned, but I felt like this was our opportunity to get back at that rude waiter. I wasn't going to forgive him. Trouble Busters! Sarah?
What is the matter with you?
What happened? We apologize for what happened. Please accept our apology. Sarah, please explain to me about what happened. What's going on? We had no idea that your farm was the one providing us with the high-quality beef that we serve at this restaurant. We are going to fire our waiter for his rude behavior to you.
That's the least that you could do. He was very rude to us. He ruined dinner for us.
Please forgive us. We need you to continue supplying us with your beef. It's what makes our restaurant so special. I had no idea what was going on. I'm sorry about ruining our dinner.
Alan, I'm going to go back to the restaurant and fix things.
Welcome to our restaurant. Oh, you're that customer from earlier.
You have a really bad attitude, you know that?
Are you here to drink more wine? I'm sorry, but we don't have any more wine to serve you. You can lick the spilled wine off the floors if you like, though.
Actually, you can do that. I'll give you my leftover wine.
I was just trying to tell you that you don't belong at this restaurant. Did you not get my message? Now you understand?
What's wrong with you?
Do you want some more wine?
Get the chef to come over here now.
Why would I do that?
I said ask the chef to come see me.
How many times do I have to tell you? We don't want you here. You don't fit into our clientele. Why would our chef waste his time to come talk to you? What's going on here? I was just asking this customer to leave our restaurant. She doesn't fit into our clientele. Sarah, what brings you to the restaurant? Was our waiter rude to you?
In fact, he was. Very rude and disrespectful. He made negative assumptions about my friend and I without trying to get to know us first.
He what?
I was on a romantic date with Alan and he completely ruined it for me.
I was merely saying that you and your friend don't belong at our restaurant. You should dine somewhere that is more in your price range. You idiot! Why are you angry? How dare you treat our customers that way? Don't you have any manners? Sarah is the CEO of a food wholesale company, and she is one of our business partners.
Don't you know who I am? I'm quite famous in the food industry.
No, I've never heard of you before. Why would Lee lie to you about this? The top food experts work for Sarah's company. They select the finest ingredients from around the world and provide them to us restaurants. What does that have to do with anything? Don't you know that it's because of the superb ingredients that her company supplies us with that we're able to maintain our 3 Michelin stars? How dare you treat one of our most important clients in this way? She's an important client? That can't be.
I have the power to close down this restaurant if I really wanted to. And I can easily have you fired, too.
You gotta be kidding me! I don't believe you! If you're so important, why were you on a date with the poor loser from earlier?
Do you want to know why? Alan is the main supplier of the top-notch beef that you serve at this restaurant. Without him, you wouldn't be able to serve your signature dishes here.
No way! Why was he dressed like a beggar then?
Alan is frugal and doesn't like to spend money on extravagant things. He invests his money into his business.
It's not my fault that I didn't know who he was. He should have dressed up so that he'd blend in with our other customers.
Let me say one more thing. You made fun of the way that I'm dressed, but did you know that these are all custom made by the top designers of the world?
I had no idea.
Not all designer labels are flashy in design. I like simple and elegant designs like what I'm wearing today. I don't think you even have an eye for assessing the true beauty of things.
Well, it doesn't matter. All I know is that you two did not look like our other customers that dine at our restaurant. Stop making excuses. We shouldn't be the ones selecting our customers. The customers are the ones that choose to eat here. We should treat all our customers with the respect that they deserve. Even if a customer came in here wearing rags, if they're willing to pay for our food, they should receive the same level of service as anyone else. I see. Your job is not to assess who can eat and cannot eat here. Your job is to serve all of our paying customers. Yes, I understand now. I don't know what to say except that I'm very sorry for how my waiter acted in front of you and your friend. What can we do to earn your forgiveness? I have an idea. How about I go on a date with you? You seem desperate for a boyfriend.
Are you crazy? Why would I want to go out with a loser like you?
I am a catch. I'm very popular with the ladies. I wouldn't mind going out with you. You're not so bad looking yourself.
I'd rather die. I'm already in love with Alan and he's so much better than you. You're no comparison to him.
How can you not be happy to be able to go out on a date with me? Other girls would kill to go out with me.
If you want me to forgive you, apologize to Alan first. If Alan agrees to continue supplying his beef to your restaurant, then I'll forgive you as well.
Understood. Please allow us to apologize to Alan. You need to make sure that you're on your best behavior when Alan gets here. Yes, sir.
But before we ask Alan to come here, I need to get you back for what you did to me earlier.
Alan, please allow us to apologize to you for our waiter's disrespectful attitude towards you and Sarah. We hope that you will be able to forgive us. I'm very sorry. The beef you provide us with is the highest quality there is. We hope that you will continue to do business with us going forward. Yes, sure. I'm okay with that. Thank you so much for your understanding, Alan. I was really happy when I tasted your signature dish. I didn't know that the beef that I supplied to you could become so delicious with your marvelous techniques.
Aren't you being a little too understanding, Alan? But I guess that's what I love about you.
I'm sure the waiter didn't mean to be so rude. It was just a harmless mistake, right? If he learns more about hospitality, I'm sure that he can become a better waiter. Wow, you're really nice. You have such a big heart. I need to learn from you. Sarah, let's get going now.
Actually, I'm going to stay here a little longer. Would you mind coming over here?
Okay then, I'm off. Thanks for dinner, Sarah. After some time, Sarah asked me out to dinner again, and she reserved the same restaurant as the last time.
I'm so happy to see you again, Alan. Let's hope that our time at the restaurant is more enjoyable this time.
Thank you for asking me out to dinner again. I'm really looking forward to eating at that restaurant again. I came in a suit today.
You don't need to worry about what you're wearing, although I'll admit you do look really great in a suit.
Well, I think that the place we're going to eat at deserves a little dressing up, don't you think? That waiter from the other day isn't here today? Wonder if it's his day off.
Well, if you're rude to Alan ever again, I'm going to make sure that you're not able to work in this industry ever again.
But Alan said that he forgives me.
Even if Alan forgives you, I haven't.
How come you're acting differently now that Alan is gone?
This is the real me. By the way, you're fired. Don't show your face here ever again. Gather your things and get out of here, now!
Please don't fire me!
I'm sorry, but I'm not that nice. You were rude to the guy of my dreams, and now I'm firing you for it. Deal with it. If you don't want to listen to me, I can call over some of my badass friends to roughen you up. You have a minute to disappear from this place. Go! I'm counting. Hurry up. Otherwise, my friends are just a call away.
Okay, I got it. I'm leaving.
I could have sued your sorry ass, but since Alan was so forgiving, I'm gonna let you off this time.
Thank you for being so understanding, and I'm sorry for the way that I acted.
You're going to receive my cleaning bill later by mail. You need to pay for what you did to my beautiful outfit. You're a grown-up. You need to learn to take responsibilities for your actions.
Will do, ma'am. Maybe he's using his time wisely like I suggested and learning a thing or two about hospitality.
Yes, he could be doing that. It'd be smart of him if he took your advice seriously.
I can't wait to eat. I'm starving. Tonight's going to be great, I can tell.
Yes, I feel the same way.
Sarah, Alan, welcome back to our restaurant. We're delighted to see you here again. We're delighted to be here. I'm honored that the chef is serving us his dishes directly. Yes, I want to make sure that you're well taken care of.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Please, enjoy your meals. Was it just me or did the chef seem nervous to you?
He did seem nervous to me. Now let's eat.
Wow, this is delicious! I know that my meat is good, but it tastes even better when it's prepared by a top chef.
And we get to enjoy our wine tonight, too.
Yes, that's right. So different from the last time that we were here.
Alan, there's something that I want to tell you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
What is it? Tell me.
I have feelings for you, Alan.
I like you too, Sarah.
Really? That makes me so happy.
You're always so cooperative when it comes to my work. I'd really appreciate it if we could continue to be great business partners.
That's not...
Well, what's the matter? The wine tastes great. Let me pour you some more.
Alan, you just don't get it.
What don't I get?
You just don't get it.
I really enjoy spending my time with you. You make work for me so much more interesting. Being a cattle farmer's not easy, but when I'm able to go out to dinner like this with close friends, it makes me so happy and it motivates me to continue working hard every day. I'm going to strive to become the best cattle farmer there is out there. Trouble Busters!
Huh? This is a second-hand store. You're buying someone's old car?
I am. Is that a problem?
You can't afford a new car? I feel sorry for you. Being poor must suck big time.
My name is Alan. I work at a car repair factory because I absolutely love cars. I'm so in love with cars that I'm elated to go to work every day and be surrounded by different vehicles. Sometimes the work itself is tough, but when I look at the cars around me, I feel happy again. One day, I went to see a display of the newest car collection of a famous car brand. Oh, I love the shape of this car. I wish I could own a car like this. The design and color fit my taste perfectly. I'm so envious of the person that's going to buy this car. I'm a total nerd when it comes to cars. The people around me sometimes think that I'm crazy when I talk about my deep affection for cars, but I don't care what others think of me. Wow, this car is so cool too! Totally my taste! The curves of the body of the car are to die for! Oh, I wonder if I could take it for a test drive. I want to smell the leather of the car seats. I'm excited just thinking about it.
Hey dude, you're totally grossing me out. Wait a minute. I recognize your voice. You're Alan, aren't you?
And you're Kevin! Oh, what a surprise! Kevin and I went to high school together. Kevin is the bossy type and he'd bully the students that were quiet and shy. To be honest, I didn't really like him.
What brings you here? You don't seem like the type to be able to afford a fancy car.
Well, I have a job and I'm able to buy my own car if I want to.
What kind of job do you do? I bet you don't make that much money. I think that you're in the wrong place. You should go to a shop that sells affordable cars.
I don't need you to tell me which car I can buy or can't buy.
Then do you intend on buying a new car here today? How are you going to pay for the car? I'm sure that you don't have that kind of money.
Will you stop patronizing me? I just came here to see the lineup. I'm not buying a car today.
Well, why waste your time looking at cars that you can't afford? Doesn't it make you feel bad that you can't buy any of the cars here? It's like being at a barbecue but not being able to eat any of the grilled meat. Or watching a TV show about traveling and never being able to go to any of the places.
You really like to make fun of me, huh? You haven't changed one bit since high school. Look, I don't need to buy a car just yet. I'm here because I love cars and I enjoy looking at the different designs. I wouldn't mind not getting to eat the meat at a barbecue. I'm trying to cut back. Eating too much meat isn't good for my health.
I see. You're still the same poor guy that I knew back in high school. I feel sorry for you. I hope you get a kick out of staring at all the luxury cars here.
Look, I may not be rich, but I'm not poor either. I'm very happy with my life, so I don't need you worrying about me.
I don't think that you're cutting back on eating meat for your health. It's because you don't have the money to buy any meat. What is it that you do for a living?
I'm a repair mechanic. My love for cars led me to this profession.
Wow, that's hilarious. You should choose a job based on the pay. I bet you don't earn as much as a repair mechanic. Why did you bother graduating college if you were going to end up as a repair mechanic? Talk about a waste of money. I wasted my time listening to you talk about your boring life, so now it's my turn to do the talking. I work in sales, and I'm really good at my job. My colleagues are always commending me for my great work.
Wow, good for you. You must be so proud of yourself.
When I get my job done, I can easily get a business deal worth $100,000. The company can't go on without me. They rely on me so much. That's why I'm so busy with work. I'm always on the job.
Well, that must be tough. Don't you get tired of working so hard? I don't think that a company is supposed to work their employees so hard.
And I'm also really popular with the ladies. I've had like 100 girls come up to me in one day, all telling me that they wanted to go out with me. I'm so cool. I'm having to turn girls away. Every girl wants to be my girlfriend. It's hard for me because I have to choose from so many girls. I bet you don't have to worry about that. Lucky you. It's not easy being so popular. There's a certain image that I have to maintain.
By now, I knew that Kevin was lying. None of what he was saying made any sense. He's always had a tendency to exaggerate his stories. He hadn't changed at all. I see how great you are. Could I please go back to surveying the beautiful cars here? Once I'm finished here, I plan on buying myself a car.
So you can't afford a car here then? I figured. What shop are you going down to?
I came here to look at the different designs here, that's all. I wasn't planning on buying any of the cars here in the first place. I already know what kind of car I'm going to buy at the next place.
I see. Why don't I come with you then? I've finished looking here too, so...
I don't need you to do that. I'm sure that you have better things to do.
Well, we've been friends since high school. It's the least that I could do for you. Also, as a sign of our friendship, how about you buy me a car too?
You're not making any sense to me right now. Besides, I don't think that we were ever friends. Could you please stop making up random stories?
I'm coming with you whether you like it or not. Let's go find you a shitty car.
Don't assume that I'm buying a shitty car! I was pretty upset because I ended up bumping into Kevin, whom I detested. And on top of that, he was coming with me to buy my new car. This day hadn't turned out to be what I had expected. I was supposed to have a great time looking at cars today. Oh, what a day.
As I was saying, this poor guy comes up to me and punches me in the face. Seems that he was jealous of my wealth. I hate poor people. They're always so angry. Of course, he wasn't able to do any real damage to me because I was quick enough to turn my face away.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested.
This pretty girl was watching from the side and she totally fell in love with me. We spent the night together after that, so I guess it was worth it in the end.
Yeah, whatever.
But I'm not lonely like you are. I have a girl by my side every night. Sometimes I need to ask more than one girl to come home with me. Otherwise, the line of girls just gets longer.
Well, where are your girls today? Why are you alone today? Are you sure you're telling me the truth?
You're just jealous because no girl finds you attractive. I'm so much better than you. Everyone knows that. Huh? This is a second-hand store. You're buying someone's old car?
I am. Is that a problem?
You can't afford a new car? I feel sorry for you. Being poor must suck big time.
Will you just shut up? I'm sick and tired of hearing your voice. Excuse me, sir. Could you please bring over the car that I reserved?
What the hell is this? This is worse than a second-hand car. It's practically garbage. Why are you buying this piece of junk?
What's it to you? You obviously don't know the value of a nice car. And will you stop laughing? It's really bumming me out.
If I had to drive a car like this, I'd prefer to travel on foot. Aren't you embarrassed to be seen driving this thing? This is the funniest car I've ever seen. Actually, this car is perfect for you. In fact, I can't see you driving anything else.
I don't care about what you think. Today was supposed to be a special day for me. You've totally ruined it for me. This day's turning out to be terrible.
Well, I think that I've wasted enough of my time being here with you. I've got to get going now. I have an important meeting to attend. I can spend another month laughing about your rundown car. See you, Alan.
I'm so glad that he left. Good riddance. It felt bad that my car was dissed by someone like Kevin.
Alan, I feel bad about what Kevin said about us.
Yes, me too. I should have stood up for you.
I'm glad that we met. You make me so happy.
This guy is totally creeping me out. He's having a conversation with a car.
I now had the car of my dreams, but I was still upset about my encounter with Kevin. He made fun of me, my job, and my new car. I couldn't forgive him, and I couldn't get his annoying laugh out of my mind. I decided to go for a walk to clear my mind. Oh, I love that car. The one next to it is pretty cool too. When I'm upset, the best thing for me to do is go look at some beautiful cars.
Alan, are you favoring other cars over me?
Oh, of course not. You're my favorite car. I love you.
Alan, I love you too.
That makes me so happy to hear. Thank you.
Don't look at that man. He seems to be a little crazy.
I'm going to buy some washer fluid for my new car. I'm going to check out that store on the other side of the street. Is that? That's Kevin! What's he doing at the store? As I was out on my walk, I happened to see Kevin again. When I saw him for the second time, I found out the ugly truth about him. He was acting all superior around me, but he's not much different from me. Now that I knew the truth about him, I wasn't going to let him boss me around anymore. This was the perfect opportunity for me to get back at him. I decided to invite Kevin over to my house. I wasn't going to forgive him. Trouble busters! Hey Kevin, do you want to come over to my place?
What's with the sudden invite? Do you miss me already?
Well, I wanted to continue our conversation from before.
I hope that you're not gonna try to borrow money from me. I'm sorry, but I don't feel close enough to you to lend you any money.
Don't worry, I won't be asking you to loan me any money. If you're busy, I understand. Maybe another time then.
Well, I might be able to come see you on my day off. It'd be fun for me to see what kind of a dump you live in.
Aw, you're so lucky that you can take a day off of work whenever you want to. I'll come pick you up at the train station closest to my house. I was going to put Kevin in his place once and for all. The following Sunday, Kevin came over to my house as planned. I picked him up at the train station as promised. Hey, Kevin! Glad you could make it.
Your car is not as bad as I imagined it to be. It's obviously not as good as the car that I own, though. You can never beat me.
Well, I'm glad that you don't think that my car is a piece of crap. We're almost at my place.
Which one is yours? I bet it's one of those old run-down places.
We're here.
I can't see it. Is it that tiny doghouse?
The white building is where I live.
Huh? It can't be.
Welcome to my home.
You gotta be kidding me. You shouldn't pretend that you live in this big mansion. You don't need to try to impress me. I already know that you're a loser. You're trespassing. We could both get arrested.
I'm not trespassing. This is my house.
How can that be?
And here is my collection of cars.
You have a car collection? How is that even possible?
This is my Lamborghini Catherine, my Rolls-Royce Laura,
You named your cars? That's really creepy.
my Ferrari Giulia, my Porsche Nancy, and last but not least, the car that I bought the other day. It's a Skyline GTR from 50 years ago. A true classic. Her name is Angelina.
I thought that it was just a crappy second-hand car.
Oh, Angelina is very rare. She's worth $200,000.
How can you afford all of these cars?
When I first got her, she was in bad condition. But after fixing her up, she's as good as new.
You're right. It doesn't look like the same car that I saw the other day.
I'm the CEO of a car repair factory, so fixing her up was really easy.
You're a CEO? You're joking, right?
I don't want to brag, but I'm really good at my job. My clients are very happy with the repair work that I do for them. We get requests from around the world. Business is thriving.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that you make good money.
Our factory is dedicated to repairing classic cars. We don't have many competitors, so we are doing really well and making good money.
That doesn't make you better than me, though. I don't need to buy a classic car because I can afford to buy a brand new car. And I'm the top salesperson at my company. Beat that.
Well, a brand new car is not always better than a classic car. You need a good eye to determine the value of a car.
Are you trying to lecture me about cars?
By the way, I saw you the other day. You were working at the local convenience store.
What are you talking about? You must have confused me for someone else.
If you're a salesperson like you say you are, it wouldn't make sense for you to be working at a convenience store in the middle of the day.
Well,
I bet you're not even a salesperson. You just work part-time at a convenience store.
that's not true. You have it all wrong.
How am I wrong?
I do work as a salesperson, but the day that you saw me, I was helping out at the convenience store because they were short-staffed, and they're one of my clients.
When I saw you at the store, it wasn't crowded, and there were plenty of other staff.
I was teaching the other staff how to be good salespeople, to increase the sales of the store. I was merely setting a good example for the other staff.
I saw someone younger than you telling you off for not doing your job correctly. He was yelling at you for putting some products in the wrong shelves.
Oh, you heard that?
Why don't you start telling the truth? I know that you're not a salesperson like you say you are.
Fine. That's right. I work at a convenience store. Are you happy now?
Then why did you lie about it? I don't care what you do for a living.
Technically, it wasn't a lie. I really did work in sales, but I no longer do.
Why?
I was really stressed at work, so I ended up spending all of my hard-earned money on gambling. I ended up borrowing some money because my paycheck wasn't enough.
I see. That's a pretty messed up past.
I was so addicted to gambling that I ended up stealing money from the company too. The company found out and they fired me on the spot.
Stealing is a serious crime. You're lucky that you got off with just losing your job.
I work at a convenience store and I'm trying to pay back my debts little by little. Alan, will you help me out? Some guys will try to hurt me badly if I'm not able to pay back my debts on time. I don't know what to do.
Well, you got yourself in this mess. You need to figure out how to get out of it on your own.
You don't need this many cars. Can't you sell some of them and loan me some money? Or you can just give me one of your cars. That'd work too.
No way. Why would I need to do that? We're not even friends. Besides, these cars are like family to me.
Can you loan me some money then? We may not be so close now, but we used to be good friends, right?
We were never friends. You always make fun of me. A friend wouldn't do that. You made negative assumptions about me without trying to get to know me first.
We used to hang out together back in high school. I don't quite remember what we had in common back then, but...
I don't remember spending any time with you in high school.
Didn't we study for our exams together?
I remember you stealing my notebook right before an important exam. You had my notes, but you still got a really bad score on your test.
Those were some fun times, huh?
Look, we were never friends. We just happened to go to the same high school together. That's all.
Well, how about we try to become friends now? You invited me to your house after all. I can introduce you to some of my pretty girlfriends. You can get yourself a cute girlfriend in no time if we become friends.
I have my beautiful car collection. I don't need a girlfriend. I need to take care of my cars. I don't have time for a girlfriend.
Look, I'm going through a rough time. Won't you help me out for old time's sake?
If you were someone worth helping, I would. Unfortunately, you're not someone that I'm willing to help out.
You're ruthless. Don't you have any compassion?
I can say the same thing about you. You've always looked down on me and treated me unfairly, so don't expect any kindness from me. If you want people to be nice to you, you should start by becoming a better person.
Stop lecturing me. I'm sure that you're no better than me. If you're not gonna help me, I'm gonna steal one of your cars.
Why do you resort to crime so easily?
What's going on here?
I won't let you take any of my cars. My house is equipped with the state-of-the-art sensors, and if anyone tries to steal my cars, an alarm is set off. The police and security company are on their way now.
Why did you call the police?
You just threatened to steal one of my cars, and you admitted to having stolen before, so I did what I had to. I told you that my car collection is my life. I won't let you take any of my precious cars.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you felt so strongly about your cars.
It's too late to apologize. You need to pay for all your crimes up until now.
I didn't do anything to you.
You really think so? The staff from the security company escorted Kevin out of my house. After that, the police arrived, and they drove Kevin down to the police station for questioning. Angelina, I'm so sorry about earlier. You must have been so scared. I won't let anyone harm you.
Thank you for taking such good care of me, Alan.
Ugh, this guy's so weird. He's talking to his car.
Although Kevin was taken down to the police station, he wasn't arrested because there was no evidence of a crime being committed. A few days later, I passed by the convenience store that Kevin works at. He wasn't at the store, so I assumed that he quit his job or got fired. I wonder if Kevin quit his job at the store. I'm sure that his pay here wasn't enough to cover all his debt payments. He probably had to get a job with a better pay, maybe on a fishing boat or something. To be honest, I didn't really care about Kevin.
Help! Somebody help me! Stop wasting time and get back to work, you idiot! I miss my mom! I wanna go home!
I'm so excited to go see the new car collection today. I love cars so much. Look at the colorful lineup that they have here. I'm so at ease when I'm surrounded by fancy cars.
The elegant shape of this model is to die for.
Ooh, that woman is a car fanatic like I am.
This car is amazing too. I can't choose, they're all too beautiful.
You have a great eye.
Really? I'm flattered. Most people are turned off.
Why would they be? I think it's great that you have a passion for cars. I love cars too, so I totally understand where you're coming from.
I'm so happy to have met someone that has the same appreciation. I can't imagine a life without cars.
The same here. Would you like to walk around the showroom with me?
That'd be great, I'd love to.
Great! Let's go! Would you like to grab some coffee too afterwards? I would love to talk about our shared passion for cars.
That sounds lovely. Once I start talking about cars, I can talk about them for 2 days straight.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. That's fine by me. I have all the time in the world.
Me too.
I met Melanie at a car showroom, and we hit it off instantly. After seeing each other several times, we officially started dating. I used to always drive on my own, but I'm so happy that I have you by my side now.
I feel lucky to have met you, Alan. There aren't many people that understand my passion for cars.
Melanie, would you make me the happiest man in the world and marry me?
Yes, of course.
I can see that we're going to be very happy together.
I totally agree.
I'm so happy that you said yes.
Once we have children, we won't be able to spend so much money on cars, though.
I don't mind as long as we are one big happy family. Once we have children together, my priority would be to provide for them.
Thank you for being so understanding, Alan.
Besides, I already own so many terrific cars. I hope that our children will love cars as much as we do.
Congratulations, Alan, on your marriage to Melanie. We couldn't be happier for the two of you.
I have no idea where Kevin is or what he's doing. If he hadn't looked down on other people so much, he may have had a happier life. I hope that he regrets the way he acted in the past and is trying to become a better person. Trouble Busters.